Remaining committed to a consistent workout regimen in the midst of a quarantine can prove to be challenging. However, it's incumbent upon all of us to put forth a good faith effort to ensure our mind, body, spirit, and soul remain intact. Kevin Barton is a health and fitness specialist for EXOS. He joined me this week to provide some helpful hints and tips on how we all can stay in tip top shape during this pandemic. I'm Kevin McShann. Let's have this conversation. So, what's the secret sauce to remaining laser focused on achieving your fitness goals? I began by asking Barton to provide a roadmap to follow.
Yeah, so it's with the whole situation and with everything going on, it's real easy for us to, be lazy and just sit around and do nothing. So I think one tip I would say is focus on what you can do. So even if you're only able to work out for 10 minutes a day or 15 minutes every other day, whatever the case may be, just whatever you can do, just focus on what you can do and do it the best you can. So don't look at others and don't look at other people maybe glorifying workouts or doing more than you, and you start thinking to yourself that I should be doing more, whatever the case may be. Just focus on what you can do and just continue to work. So just continue to do, get active, just move around and just work. And just don't think because of this whole quarantine and the lockdown and this situation that you should stop working out or you should stop doing what you were doing previously. Just continue to do and just every day just try to do to the best of your ability. And the last thing I would say is just get up and move. So even if you're working and then say for an hour or so, then in between your work, take a break and just move to another area in your house and start working from there. Just do little things to just continue to get up and move and just be active and do your best to just overall stay healthy and use as much energy as you can throughout the day.
And I know you are a former basketball coach, so can you tell me, is, is there anything that you can attribute from basketball that's helping you get through this quarantine period?
Definitely. So for me, a big thing with basketball that really got me into fitness. So I started working out and doing stuff because of basketball because I wanted to be the best player I could be on the court. So the things I learned from basketball is just that you're not in this alone, that there's a lot of other people out there that are looking for advice too, that are trying to get motivated, inspired, and you can look for help. Like it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to build a team and build that's people that maybe look out for you, people that just try to keep you in check when you feel those days that you're feeling lazy, days that you're feeling down, unmotivated, just to give you a little pep, a kick, like a pick me up. Just that's how it should work. It should be a team mentality. So that's the biggest thing I took from basketball is that team, that camaraderie, and just that it's bigger than just actually playing the sport. It's more so the life lessons that is taught about just being around individuals, learning from others, growing, working together, and just overall doing our best to be successful together.
And I know during this quarantine period, it's hard not to go to the refrigerator and sort of binge eat to save some time or to kill some time, rather. So, could you give me some advice for our viewers about healthy eating during this time period as well?
Okay. So yeah, definitely. So like you said, it's so easy right now since we're all stuck at home to just eat bad food, whether you're just snacking on chips all day, whether whatever you're doing, eating cake or just overall eating a lot of junk food. Like it's so easy because we're at home and we're just seeing the food like so much during the day. So I would say definitely drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. Even if you're not as active as you were before the quarantine, still drink a lot of water because drinking a lot of water helps your body feel full so you don't eat as much and you don't feel as hungry. And I would say track what you're eating. If you want, track what you're eating. And I'm not saying you have to make these perfect bullet points of, oh, I had 2 chips, I had 5, anything like that. But just track. Say that, okay, I had a bag of chips earlier in the day, so maybe I shouldn't have any for the rest of the day or something like that. So just try to keep some kind of schedule and just where you're kind of understanding what you're eating and just making sure that you're not just consciously just not trying to overeat because it's just there and just trying to keep that same schedule that you had before the quarantine happened. So that's what I would say to do.
And according to a 2019 study from the analytics company Zenith, the average adult spends approximately 3.5 hours a day on their phones or on the internet. It can be a difficult balance for many to strike, I'm sure, so I asked Barton how to strike an appropriate accord.
Yeah, so it's definitely important. Like I said, I know I keep sounding like a broken record here, but like we're just at home, so it's just easy for us to just be on our phones all day, to just constantly be picking up our phones. So things I do, what I would do is the advice I would give is to put the phone out of reach. So maybe you're downstairs, keep your phone upstairs for a set period of time, just so you don't even have to have that temptation of looking at it or temptation of wanting to see what's going on. I would even go as far as designate some time during the day that you use your phone. So say you wake up and then you're like, okay, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., I'm going to look at my phone. Then I won't pick it back up until 3 o'clock, and do it like that, where you're just giving yourself different times and segments out of the day to look at your phone. And also, just like I said about being active, just stay active. If you're just doing, whether it's working on projects, whether it's trying to build a new skill, whether it's just being active fitness, just try to stay active, because the more time you can put into things like that, the less time you'll have for your phone. And by the time you look at your day will be over and you'll be like, I haven't even looked at my phone all day. So those would be the tips that I would give.
Good stuff. And can you also give me some idea of some fitness models that you may have that could help people get through this quarantine?
Yeah, so I would definitely say that, so one would be, if it was easy, then everyone would do it. So for me, like fitness is not a easy thing. Like it's not easy just to wake up and be like, oh, I want to work out every day, or I'm going to do this every day. It takes a lot of discipline. But I feel like with that discipline, it builds character and it just builds you towards being the best version of yourself. So I would say to that, embrace the hard work, embrace the challenge, enjoy the challenge, and just know that you're in that percentage of people that is not taking the easy way out. The second thing I would say is have a growth mindset. So even physically, yes, you want to if your goal is to get stronger, but I mean even more mentally, a growth mindset as in just continue to improve. So each day, just continue to strive to be the best version of yourself. And after that day is over, look at the things that you could have done better. And then the next day comes, presents itself, try your best to improve on those. And just each day, it's a stepping stone. Another stepping stones towards being the best version of yourself. So I would definitely say have a growth mindset when it comes to fitness, and know that it's not going to happen overnight. It's a process, but you should enjoy the process and love the journey. And the last thing I would say, since I'm into basketball would be, my phrase is bigger than basketball. So basketball has taught me a lot of life lessons. And I feel when I say bigger than basketball, I mean that at the end of the day, basketball and any sport is going to be done with. You're not going to be able to play it your whole life. But the lessons that you learn from the game or the sport that you play, that's going to carry out through your entirety. So I take those lessons and I do my best to allow them to inspire me and help inspire others with them. So those would be the 3 points that I would give you guys and advice that I would give you guys for fitness during this pandemic.
And can you tell me about forming virtual workouts and how helpful do you think it would be for people to find a way to work out virtually if they could?
I think it's definitely helpful because you get to find like-minded people. So you get to build like a little community, and you might connect with people that if it wasn't for the quarantine, you might not have ever even known or even got to know because you were already in your little small circle. So I think this opened up, that virtual training and all that really opened up the opportunity to get outside of your comfort zone, out of your little box, and start to meet and just associate with different kinds of people and start to realize that there's a lot of people, a lot of like-minded individuals out there that are on the same path as you, and you should learn from them. Hopefully they learn from you too, and just together build a community and grow together.
My final question for you is, once people are allowed to go back to gyms en masse, what kind of advice would you give to them as they head back to the gym?
I would definitely, first of all, start off slow. Don't think that you're going to come back to the gym and just be able to start back where you left off. Like take it slow. It's a process. Embrace the journey. I would say that definitely keep the same characteristics that you've gained, the same disciplines that you gain, take them with you. So even when stuff starts opening up more and then things start to become more accessible, I know it's going to be easier for us to fall back into the lazy mindset, into the, oh, it's already there, oh, I can go tomorrow. But just keep that same intensity and just keep that same discipline as, okay, you know what? This quarantine allowed me to create this schedule and make the schedule. Even though it is open up, I'm going to still continue to do this schedule and work on it and continue to strive to become the best version of myself. Fitness is a big part of it. And you should always have an overall goal. Everybody's goal is going to be different. Whatever your goal is your goal. But just have a goal, reach it, then shoot for another goal, reach it, and continue down that process. And I trust and I believe that you will definitely get to where you want to get to in life.
Hey, Kevin, we want to thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to us on how we can remain physically fit during this time. Stay safe, and thanks for your time this morning, buddy. Most appreciated.
Thank you so much. No problem.
Have a great day.
All right. You too.